It feels new to be the president of the church. It's very holy responsibility, and I'm trying to grow into it. It's always been that life has terrible challenges. That's what we're put here on earth to learn how to overcome. Face the challenges of this generation and to prepare all of us for the return of the Savior whenever that is programmed to occur. It's a pattern that we will follow as long as I have influence in determining those things. For one thing, she's a returned missionary. For another thing, she had a long period of time being single. Also, she is a convert to the church. And in those three respects, she helps me see a whole host of responsibilities, and I've learned an immense amount from her in our 25 or so years of marriage. When President Nelson gave his counselors the opportunity to choose which of about a dozen temples that were ready for dedication, I looked at a list of what Kristen would have chosen. She likes to go to exotic places, but I didn't see any exotic places that were more attractive to me than this community, because I associate it with my youth.
Travis Wayne Goodsell. I guess Oaks isn't getting the information from my videos. That's all I can conclude. Or he watched the 4-hour video and still said, "Bleep you, Travis. I'm the one burly and strong." I'm the burly man. Oh my God. Oh my God. See, the other option that I can come up with is I've got spirit. Hilarious. So, he touched the Ark of the Covenant. Oops. He knew I was going to do this video when he touched the Ark of the Covenant and made a YouTube video that is for LDS Mormons only. The church is going all members only videos. You got to be a member to watch their videos now. I just have to put in Oaks' picture in that place. Couple of burly women from Burley, Idaho. He just makes this so easy for me. So easy. 4-hour video. And Mormons are still furious with me. Ooh, Travis, church is true. You're not paying attention. No. There's no way in hell or heaven or earth that it can be true. Not even on Mars could it be true. Mormons still lie and deny. I should have gotten some water. Yeah, this was an accident. Last week, doing the laundry, finishing the colors, I pulled this out first. God, static. And there was that moment. Ooh, should I adjust where it gets placed because of what might happen? And I said, nah, I'm fed up with all these delays. Goes first in the pile so that it is last for today. And then going through the week, oh, wow. Saturday, 777 day. Oh, Friday, Oaks comes out and says that he has chosen to go and dedicate the Burley temple. And he does it on Friday, so that my video that would end up being 4 hours long, even cyber terrorized in the middle of it by Max C, would be missed by him. He didn't want to hear it. I'm the Burley man. Travis isn't the Burley man. Travis is verse 8, not me. No. Yeah, so now we get to go over Sekhmet and the drunken blood orgy. The red shirt. Joseph Smith translation, Revelation 12:1, 4, and 7. On the third was the quadranted meteor showers, and I went over the video with you about how Monson died on the quadranted meteor showers at 10:01 p.m. And that came from Revelation chapter 12, verse 4, because the day and the hour is known. Oh! I just... Christians, you have fooled 4 billion people on the world. So yes, when that popular video was oopsed by Max C. Yeah. You can't ignore me, guys. As much as Mormons want me dead and silenced, you can't. This is a higher power that you are unfamiliar with. You know, Spirit. You don't get it. As much as I have proven it. 10,000 videos going on 10 years. 10,000 proofs and witnesses. And there are still Mormons who will not submit to the Spirit. They will never confess that they are the enemy, that they are of the devil, that they worship Lucifer, and they call his name Dan. But to avoid the too frequent repetition of the name Dan, they call him Jesus, and frequently repeat that name. There is a bloodbath coming, Mormons. But as I witnessed in the heavens, in my Urim and Thummim, being moved to that location, temporarily for today, putting my rocks in my hat, seeing the heavens, seeing the calendar dates and clock times. I mean, oh dear God, an elderly man. Oh, Mormon. Sun shall be darkened, and you don't know about the day and the hours of those? Revelation 12. Virgo covered with the sun, the moon under her feet, and upon her head in Leo, 3 additional planets for the 9 stars that are there. And you don't know that that's the day and the hour of the coming of the Christ? See, Christians at least believe it's about the birth of Jesus. And yet, in 2016, when the one guy found it, other Christians stepped forward to say, well, it can't be Jesus then. It's the Antichrist! It's the Antichrist! Is that what Joseph Smith said, Mormons? He moved verse 5 to verse 3. Is that what he says in verse 7? There is no hope for Mormons who refuse, not just deny, but refuse to study their scriptures. This is basic stuff. All you had to do was read it and go, oh crap, I'm in the wrong church. That's why they don't cover this lesson in church. They don't put it in the manuals. You know, like section 85, section 103. 78 and 90 something about Son Amen. They'll cover the forged documents. But they took out all of the scriptures about your Christ for the Doctrine and Covenants manual last year. And I went over that at the beginning of 2025. And this is why they took it out. They're lying and covering up the truth from you. And you're mad at me. You don't like my tone. You can't judge us. Keep reading. Keep reading. So I, with my expertise, with my authority, with my gifts of the Spirit, seer, prophet, revelator, translator, Spirit, designated exclusively for Mormons, a brand new feast, a feast week for the house of Israel, for the quadranted falling stars week, to prepare you for what is about to come. You're the devil. Whatever. So let's bring up the scripture again. I was an hour into saving that video. Had gone and bathed, and I think he even had something to eat. And after I finished bathing, I remembered as I looked at the paper that's probably on the other side. Oh, crap. There was some other stuff I forgot, like Oaks on you can't trust somebody who practices priestcraft. Oh, don't you do? You do. You do. So we shouldn't trust you, Oaks. Well, that's not what I mean. It's exactly what you said. If you didn't mean what you said, you shouldn't have said what you meant. It's not the Doctrine and Covenants. I just, God, this is just so easy for Mormons, and they just don't give a damn about Mormonism. It's just a Bewitched, if you're still allowed to watch. Max C was offended with your comment that is factually correct and flagged it. I approved it and then went to the video to put a thumbs up and a heart on that comment. And then inform you that it is literally factually true. But YouTube refused and rejected it anyway. So if you're still listening, that's what happened. And it has to do with the temple and Mormons violating the temple and needing to be set in order. You know, the Burley man. I can't believe Oaks called himself the Burley man. He didn't say that. Jesus is going to put his foot on the Mount of Olivet. Zechariah chapter 4. I cannot allow stupid people into Zion. It just can't be done. Zion cannot be built and run on stupidity. I'm sorry, you're out. You cannot be saved in ignorance. Oh wait, that's a scripture. Doctrine and Covenants. I'm sorry, you cannot be saved in Zion in ignorance. You're out. Because you're the ones who are going to be easily offended, and because of that, you're going to start to hate, and with that hate will come out of your mouth sarcasm. And that weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth called sarcasm is going to result in you thinking you know better than me how to run Zion, and you're going to start to do an underground economy to ruin and destroy Zion for everybody. You're out. All based on your ignorance. You're out. You made the choice. You cut yourself off. If you are not going to watch my 4-hour video because you're claiming it's too long, and then you go to a 5-hour video of John Dallin's, bleep you. Dear God, you don't get the big picture because you didn't get the pictures that I put in the 4-hour video. And it was 40 minutes long as I went and did the numbers. Because the first one was an hour and 47 something minutes. The last one was a little over an hour. Okay, so maybe not. No, that's 3. Yeah. 2 and then a little over 3. Yeah, I'm right on the math. Yeah. And then the 3 smaller segments of freezing cameras were 3 minutes, something like 3 minutes and 1 minute or something like that. And so, 40 minutes approximately for the pictures and video clips that I put at the beginning. And I'm willing to bet there were most people who couldn't even endure through the end of that to get to my video content. And all the church service missionaries who were forced to be slaves to the Strengthening Church Members Committee come Monday, who are going to have to sit and wait for it to get downloaded to put it in file number 36434 and then watch the whole thing and give a thorough report for Oaks, who won't watch my videos as I'm his number 1 enemy. He thinks he's the Burley man, not me. And then you've got these other videos that I'm doing, and you're so overwhelmed. Gonna have to hire Max C to help out. Max C, you're being called to a special church service mission. Well, I've got my shift from... And then my mom says I have to take out the trash. But aren't you female? Well, I'm the only child. You need to do us a favor, though. You're not married. You're living in sin. You better do this or we'll punish you. I mean, God will punish you. So here is the prophecy from the restored gospel. A prediction of the future. And so, verse 11, which this is hilarious because that's the day in both calendars. 1 Nephi 22, verse 11. So it's the 11th day in our calendar. In the Jewish calendar, it's the 22nd day of the 10th month. Here it's the first month, 10:01. These are only for me, but just so that you're aware and confused. Verse 11, wherefore the Lord God will proceed to make bare his arm in the eyes of all the nations, in bringing about his covenants and his gospel unto those who are of the house of Israel. And if you've studied your Book of Mormon, you'd know the house of Israel is Mormons, because you would have gone to section 103 about that other one mighty and strong, burly man, who's the man like Moses. You know, the Jewish Christ. Jews wrote the scriptures. It's the Jewish Christ, not the Christian Jesus. And so the Book of Mormon likewise. It's about the Jewish Christ. But there's Jesus in here. Yeah, because Jesus is the Greek form of the Hebrew Isaiah, or Joshua, depending on how you use the Yah, the Hebrew God. There were so many people. There was somebody who just put it up on the internet years ago, claiming that Jesus is Zeus, because Zeus. And so still, to this day, there are those who have heard the repetition of it all these years, spreading the laughable absurdity. Made infamous, famously, in Die Hard 3. Yeah, because 2 is the airport, 3, Samuel L. Jackson. Jesus. Not Jesus. And yet it is. So yes, Die Hard also helped perpetuate that as well. Dear God. Verse 11. Mormons are the house of Israel. Section 103, verse 8. 16. 16 and 17. I'm not reading. I should probably read it. Oh. So I don't memorize. I have to keep repeating that for people. Use associative memory. And so yes, little mistakes like numbers and dates, Civil War versus World War, Revolutionary War, those kinds of mistakes are easily done by me. But if you pay attention, you will see how my spirit is functioning, especially in that 4-hour video. I'm teaching you how the Spirit works. And you Mormons just say, hell no, church is true, we're waiting for Jesus to burn you. Whatever. 15 through 18. Behold, I say unto you, the redemption of Zion, millennial Zion, not Joseph Smith's day, must needs come by power. So therefore, Joseph Smith then uses the future tense verb, I will raise up a baby. So it's obviously not Joseph. Bunch of illiterates who think it's going to be Joseph Smith from the zombie apocalypse. God, you guys are all mentally retarded. Just creating doctrines based on false doctrine. unto my people. He's a Mormon. Well, which church? There were lots of branch-offs of Mormonism. Is it those Christians back in Kirtland who said hell no to this Jewish church? We were told we were Christian. A prophet, temples, the Church of the Latter-day Saints, a Book of Mormon, a Bible. We have a Bible and we need no more Bible. Yeah, the Kirtland apostasy. Do they count? Which branch off, Mormons? It would be the one who were in charge of all of the chaos and murdered Joseph Smith and stole his church, and therefore would be recognized by the curse of Joseph Smith. That church. And you couldn't endure the first 40 minutes of the 4-hour video? I think it was even before 40 minutes. There's a reason why I put the pictures in. There's a reason why I put the quotes in. You have to know basic Mormonism to understand the things that the church is not telling you. God. Who shall lead Mormons like as Moses? You know, the Jewish Christ. So we should expect to see at 16a a footnote to Deuteronomy chapter 18 verse 15 through 19. Nope. Bruce R. McConkie made sure it did not get footnoted to that. It did not get footnoted to Joseph Smith's second vision, verse 40. It did not get footnoted to Acts chapter 3, verses 22 to 23. It did not get footnoted to 3rd Nephi chapter 20, verse 23 to 24. Because they don't want you to know that the Mormon is your Christ. Because in those other scriptures, they made sure to put TG, Jesus Christ, prophecies of. To lead you astray, to worship a false idol god. So that they can steal from you, murder you, and destroy you. And this is what Mormons never understand. When they fight with me and argue with me and hurt me and try to destroy me and steal from me and murder me and put hate comments and death threats and false testimonials. The church made you that way. And you say that you're a gospel of love? Bleep you! Bunch of illiterates. Bleep you all! For Mormons are the children of Israel and of the seed of Abraham, and must needs be led out of bondage. You know, Moses confronting Pharaoh, let my people go. A Mormon is going to come up in the latter days to the head of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints and say, let my Mormons go. Are you looking for them? Or are you getting furious with the picture that I close with right before I start talking? I have proven myself. It's an established fact, an eternal law. How many confirmations? 10,000 confirmations over these 10 years, fulfilling every single prophecy, even from the Egyptians. Oh, right, yeah, the book's not there. Just like in your 4-hour video. Every single prophecy with its calendar date and clock time. All fulfilled, Mormons. And in that 4-hour video, didn't I put my conception by my human parents? Yeah, it's not Heavenly Father from the planet Kolob who married my mommy. No, he pretty much abandoned us, working so many hours. Pretty soon the women at the office start looking better and better. Family starts looking worse and worse, and before you know it, boom! You've had orgy sex. And worship the gold cow. While Moses was in Utah, warning Mormons, ignoring him. Soft swinging, we call it. You can't judge us. Mormons. All right. Verse 11. We're now on verse 12. Wherefore he. Who is he now? Joseph Smith just told you, in case you ignored Revelation chapter 12, verse 7 in the Joseph Smith translation. And 2 Nephi chapter 3, verse 5. He's everywhere. And yeah, it's me. Oh, that sucks. We don't like Travis. We're trying to murder him like the Jews tried to murder Jesus in the Jewish scriptures about the Jewish Christ. Exactly. Ta-da! You fulfilled it, Mormons. You're trying to murder me. You. It's all about you. The one time you can be right about all of it being about you. You are the chosen ones, and you're wicked as hell. Wicked of the devil. And it's the symbols on the inverted pentagrams of the Salt Lake Temple keystones. And you lie. And you deny. No. Wherefore, I ain't doing this. You guys suck. I'm canceling it all. I have judged you, and you have been found wanting. Wherefore I will bring Mormons again out of captivity. Bondage? Remember? This is not literal history. and Mormons shall be gathered. Who has the keys of gathering? For the Exodus? Not converting to the church with Peter, James, and John. These are the keys for the head of the church, the Burley man. The true Burley man. Moses, section 110, on the third day of Passover. Joseph Smith is giving you calendar dates and clock times on purpose. You need to study his words. Not read, ponder, and pray and get the right feeling that it's Christian. You're wrong. To the lands of your inheritance. The 4-hour video I did. That's why it was vital that I restart the saving of it to put this in. And it was near the beginning so that you would watch it and not shut off and go to some other video that YouTube is recommending off to the side about, I don't know what. Yours is probably different than my recommendations. God, let's see what I was recommended for that one video. I think I took that picture down. Yes, I did. Living inside myself. Living inside this hell. Come on. Okay, so one from their channel. And then Late Show with Stephen Colbert. Obey! Trump administration. Obey or die. AI health advice. The best of Learn English with Real Conversations podcast. With an AI cartoon. English Connect. A medical doctor. Centro Medico Pontevedra. And YouTube talking about sex ed. For kink up your sex. I have never clicked on that. I have no interest. Sorry, dear. Welcome to the Soulpreneur Scaling Stories podcast. What the hell is this? Soulful Biz Coach? Oh my hell. And then Go-Karts, SNL. 2, technically 3 because of the channel that I use to get the members only. Hilarious. Okay, so we're going to be coming up on you next. Wherefore, the gathering of Israel, Mormons, by me, I've proven myself. I don't have to prove myself to anybody anymore. I already have. It is you who are required to do the research. And obviously you won't know the stuff unless you know my private information, and AI Google has it all. So they can run the test. The church is the one and only true church. You know AI is a fraud when because that in and of itself is enough to piss off all the rest of the world's religions. to be furious with Google, to riot against Google, to burn Google to the ground. And nobody will ever want AI ever again because of this. And yet, Maxi has shut me down. I forgot to put that video clip in there for you, or is it intended for this video? I think it was... No, I forgot to put it in this morning's video, and then I moved it. And, I'm gonna have to write it down, I guess. Stats, pick, and vid. Okay. You can be a place marker, because this is not wanting to cooperate. It's brand new. Fresh. So fresh. Inviting, da, 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 da. So inviting to me, lovely lady. So lands of inheritance, that's Zion. And none of you are going. No inheritance for you. Come back next year. And they shall be brought out of obscurity and out of darkness. Oh, Hanukkah. And they shall know that the Lord is their Savior and their Redeemer. Not by a spiritual witness feeling. No, because He's gathering them physically. The Lord is Moses. The man like Moses. Similitude of Moses. There's a reason why when you got anointed in the temple washings and anointings, you take upon yourself the name of Christ or Christa. It's basic, simple. Children can understand. I'm doing damage to my lungs or my vocal cords. The mighty one of Israel. The one mighty and strong, the Burley man. Doing Section 85 with the Burley Temple was brilliance on my part. And all y'all missed it. And so here we go to Sekhmet. This is Egyptian documents, remember? Here's another one, exclusively known by me for you. Could you make it to 45 minutes? No. And the blood of that great and abominable church, which is the whore prostituting Mormons in the temple of all the earth, except for those Idaho kids. I got my eye on BYUI. What's going on with you guys? So if it's just the one-to-one, fine. You're still qualified to come to Zion. Unless you're an anti-Mormon, anti-Christ, apostate, or Korar, like the ones here in the valley. But if you're orgying, that's another thing. But as Nelson changed it, all you had to do is tell your bishop, we are engaged and we're still working on when to set dates and arrange schedules for family to come to the temple. We'll let you know. It might be some months ahead. And so Nelson said that as long as that is in the process and you have notified your bishop, you can now resume sex. You can turn on those little factories and start going to town on each other. Because you have done it properly according to Nelson's change to notify your bishop that you are engaged as a couple and that you just need some time to make all the plans and preparations, and you'll let the bishop know. And then you can do it all you want. Because that counts, according to Nelson. And I bet none of you were doing it, are you? You didn't tell your bishop, you're just doing it. And doing it with other whole bunch of different people. Orgies. And not even getting engaged. Everybody's doing it wrong. You need sex ed. Need sex ed. See, that also is telling, because what are you women using? Are you buying condoms? Because I know the grocery store on that main street has condoms. Is that what you're using? Because to get birth control, you'd have to go see your doctor, and since you're under 18, you need parents. But Idaho forbids even OBGYNs. And so they may not even sell condoms anymore. How are you doing this? Are you making sure that it's right when your period begins? You know, the blood moon of Sekhmet? Are you? Are you playing Russian roulette with sex? I want to know. Dear God. And what does the guy do when you go and tell him, oops, I got pregnant? Well, which one were you? Oh. How do you know it was me? There were 15 other guys. Because you ain't allowed an abortion in Idaho either. If they've kicked out the OBGYNs, you ain't allowed anything in Idaho. Oh dear God. Horrifying up there. Horrifying. Because you got Mormons in the south and white supremacist Christian nationalists in the north. You are doomed living in Idaho. Dear God. Dear God. And I should be interviewing Idaho Chick for this video. Because it's all about her. Not about the orgy. No, she sent me the news article about it. Oh my God, Mormons. So here we come with the law of Purim. The blood of that great and abominable church, which is the whore of all the earth. So it's not just sexual deviance of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. They're also murdering Mormons. Ta-da! Shall turn upon their own heads. The law of Purim. From the book of Esther as a story to explain the law of the Jews, chapter 19, verse 19. Interestingly, right after talking about the Jewish Christ and that false prophet. Verse 20. Verse 8. I did the video in 4 hours. Moving on. And then they talk about a false accuser. And so yes, in the 4 hours with the 40 minutes or so of the pictures quoting this and then showing what the church did to falsely accuse me and the punishments that they did, and thus the curse of Emmanuel. And Mormon prophets are dying like flies for the latter days. Because I got out in 2014 and then, it started. I would say it's a coincidence. Those who were holding me captive in bondage would call it an oops. And all feared and trembled. See, I am an American citizen. There must be a trial. And there wasn't one. There was no preliminary hearing. No evidence presented. There was discovery. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints was called a government entity. Good job, Shurtleff. They had no evidence, so they had no intention of taking this to trial. My lawyer told me this. Yeah, they're not going to trial with you. They're locking you away forever. And there's nothing I can do about it. So what good are you? If you can't stand up and tell the judge, Your Honor, we need to take this to trial. He's an American citizen. He has rights in the Constitution. We can't have him disappeared in a black site just because the prosecution is making accusations. Those accusations need to be confirmed and verified through a trial. Due process. Nope. Now he's running his own private business now as a reward for screwing me over. How did you get rewarded, Mark? You ain't coming to Zion, by the way. If you're still alive after the test run. And I think you are. I think I checked on LinkedIn for you, and there you were. Bastard. Little baby crying to the mission president. Travis is giving me agency. I want him to take away my agency and tell me how to run my own mission. Bleep you. Dumbass. Elder, I don't think we should go to that girl with her other teenage girls. We should wait to talk with her mom on the scheduled appointment. Hey girls, did you read the Book of Mormon? Yeah. And did you pray about it? Okay. The girlfriends are laughing. And what did the Spirit tell you? That it's not true? I then laughed. And then Mark, with his hurt feelings, I'm a missionary. Well, did you get to the part about Nephi and the great white lion? Oh, I tied it together again. And then she went, no. Mark, dumbass. God. That's what I've had to deal with. If I am the whatever elder in the companionship, why didn't you listen to me then? Demanding that I lead you, and then you ignore me when I do? And he's justifying it. Yeah, I put her in her place. Yeah, there isn't a... I know that, elder. I've read the Book of Mormon too, you know. And that was all designed. Yeah, whatever. Keep walking. Explain that to the zone leader when he comes over. Why we don't have baptisms. I should make that picture at least someday. Let's write that down. Nephi, great white lion. See, Mark's not coming to Zion, so he has no interest in making restitution for the damages he caused, and I don't think he can. Neither can Shirtlift. But Shirtlift sure got punished. He got away with his crimes, and then he didn't. So yeah, it was a miracle that I got freed, but interesting timing. Because at the beginning, getting all that revelations or inspiration just flooding my mind, I'm pissed. I'm going, what the hell am I going to do with this? I'm here forever. You know, if the numbers you gave me from the dream are a calendar date and clock time, I need to know what they are. And it better not be 77 years or 88 years. Oh my hell. Dear God. And so yeah, getting out and technically, like I said, they were in shock. They were in denial. They had to make sure. They wanted me in there forever. I was not supposed to be freed. Can't have translators running amok on the streets of Salt Lake City. And so, yep, they purposely violated the laws of the United States. Pure insurrection treason against me. Intended to murder me. And thus the curse of me, Emmanuel. And if you don't understand why I use my full name in every single video, and thus the title of my video channel, baby name meanings, good cell is sun god. I am a direct descendant of David Moses III. prophecy fulfilled. So yeah, that Jesus guy, that's me. Christians replaced me. Get him out of there. So the law of Purim, the law of punishment for false accusers, which is the same punishment. That's why I put in the Nephi stuff. Trying to get the brass plates from Laban, and Nephi, and the sword of Laban smiting off his head. Yeah, Stanford brought that up in December 2024. He inquired and wanted to know more about that. And that led to all of 2025 and all of the different videos and all of the different dreams and prophecies and calendar dates and clock times and translations for you because of Stanford listening to the Spirit in his studies and inquiring of the Lord. And so Stanford understands when I say these certain trigger words like arm and Laban and storehouse or treasury and all that stuff. Because these were the questions that he was asking about that I gave him answers to or did the videos of for you guys. And so because of the false accusations against me and of Joseph Smith, there's a double whammy in play. I like that show. That was a fun one. Big money, no whammies, no whammies. It's just a wheel. It's gonna. I know they wanted you on the show because you were all like going gaga and. Yeah, we heard the Scandal movie about how you cheat for entertainment value. That then suggests that maybe the Mormon wasn't as brilliant as he thinks he is. With a little earpiece. Breaking news! Mormon is a liar! He's in jeopardy! So, Esther. Yeah, we should be coming up on Esther stuff in the Jewish calendar too. Because Purim, Esther. That's why it's in Virgo. God, is this going to be a 5-hour video? Oh my God. The Strengthening Church Members Committee are going to be hating life on Monday. Tomorrow. They're going to wish they quit. It's going to be 20 terabytes after this weekend. So, Esther. It's Persian rule, but it's the house of Israel from Assyria taken captive, who are Jews. And so it's still after the conquering of Babylon, when Babylon took over the Jews. And so they're in Persian rule now. The Jews have gone back to Jerusalem, but the northern Israelites have been transplanted to Assyria, where Assyrians were placed back in Jerusalem to become Samaritans, or northern Israel, and thus the Jews don't care for the Samaritans because they're half-breeds. And they were already a divided kingdom anyway. So the Persian king, the Christ of the Persians, the government and religious leader in a theocracy, decides to throw a party for some of his besties and demands that his wife use her womanly influence. That's for you, Idaho Jake. To dance for them. And she said, hell no! And she gets a divorce. So, the king needs a new wife, a first wife. He's got a harem. And so he selects Esther, Ishtar, the Mesopotamian goddess. And yeah, she's Isis of the Egyptians, stolen by the Assyrians. And so she becomes the queen. There's no story about how she has to dance for his besties. And Mordecai, is of a leader of the religion, and he finds out that the number one of the Persian Christ is plotting to murder all Mormons. House of Israel. And so this is very concerning because he's now building this weapon to be used for the slaughter. And so Mordecai tells Esther, you've got to get word to the king to stop it. We're all going to die. And so the rules and regulations for making an appointment with the first presidency are very strict. They have security guards with guns that will blow you in the face. Blow you away in the face. Shoot you in the face. They're packing heat, and that's the little thing that they wear as their symbol that they are packing heat. And so anybody who rushes into the king's chambers in the king's palace, the king's throne, uninvited, having not made an appointment, it's the penalty of death. And because of the urgency, and she's going to die anyway, using her womanly influence, bursts through the doors to speak with the king. Now he's conflicted. He chose her as the hottest of the harem in polygamy. Right, Mormons? It's all about you. And tells them, your number one is building a weapon to murder my people, and thus me, your new first wife, whom you think I'm a cute little honey bunny. So he's pissed and uses the weapon that the number one was building to kill the number one and save the Jews of the house of Israel. Ta-da! The law of Purim for false accusers, and the punishment affixed that they too must have. So when King Laban when Laban tells Nephi and the boys, "You're trying to rob me. I will have you murdered." False accuser. The punishment for Laban is now the death penalty because he declared it himself. King Noah and Abinadi. King Noah falsely accuses Abinadi and sentences him to death by tiki torch. And thus, King Noah dies by burning. The law of Purim. And so the blood of this church and their sexual depravity will turn on their own heads. The law of Purim. March 3rd. And you'll never guess what's going on that day, that night, over Jerusalem. But it's not about the Jews, Mormons, remember? Or did you forget already? You're not even listening. For Mormons shall war among themselves. And this is where my brilliance kicked in when I did the Apostate Mormons episode with Alyssa Grenfell. Because the Washington, let's pull it up here. The Wall Street Journal, they worded this. This is their news article. With Alyssa Grenfell in front of a church. Visitors welcome. And her with her pleasant smile. They titled it, Ex-Mo Influencers Mount a TikTok War Against the Mormon Church. The church is facing a 21st century reckoning driven by social media, and it is racing to counter the narrative of the lies of this church. And there it is, right smack in the Book of Mormon prophecy itself. The blood of that great and abominable church, which is the whore of all the earth, shall turn upon their own heads, and they shall war among themselves. Because of the lies about polygamy and about blood atonement, both of which Alyssa talks about in videos. The church's lies are coming back to bite them. And it has now been fulfilled by the lioness herself. And I covered it in a video for you because of my spirit that Mormons deny, just like the prophets deny. And the sword of their own hands shall fall upon their own heads, and they shall be drunken with their own blood. Sekhmet, the lioness, instead of Hathor this time. It's a different document. So thus, for the 4-hour video thumbnail picture, I put the document in for you, above her head. Don't touch the Ark of the Covenant, Oaks. You're not authorized. You are not the Burley man. I am. I've proven myself. You've proven through your talks that you're not. As I put clips in about it. From you. Your own words condemn you. And that's why I'm saying I should have also stopped and put in Oaks talking about how you can't listen to a priestcrafter. Because priestcraft, polygamy, tithing, it's all related to the temple that needs to be set in order. And Oaks, knowing of my videos all these decades, just one technically, 10,000 videos that he was privy to the reports of, so he knows about me. He knows I'm file number 36434. And he goes and does it anyway? Every nation which shall war against Mormons. Because remember, you're scattered. You need to be gathered. O house of Israel, shall be turned one against another. Oh, prophecy also fulfilled. And they shall fall into the pit which they digged to ensnare the people of the Lord. And I've told you this. This is the 200-year-old plot of the Danites to use the Bible from the book of Revelation with their calendar dates and clock times, which, yeah, they know, to use it for their plot to destroy mankind and exterminate us. The plot. And it's going to be turned back on their heads too. The law of Purim. False accusers, and the penalty for falsely accusing somebody. This is all the beam and mote. That's why he's telling it. Don't pull a beam and mote. Judge righteously. Let other people have agency. Worry about your own agency, rather than trying to take it away from others, to subject them to you. Bleep you, devil worshiper. And all that fight against Zion shall be destroyed. World War III, Armageddon. And the great whore that hath perverted the right ways of the Lord, yea, that great and abominable church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, shall tumble to the dust, and great shall be the fall of it. For behold, thus saith the prophet, the time speedily cometh that Satan shall have no more power over the hearts of the children of men. For that the day soon cometh that all the proud and they that do wickedly shall be as stubble, and the day cometh that they must be burned. Both Isaiah about Lucifer and Malachi. The day that shall burn as an oven. And you want to deny this, huh, Mormons? No, it's just literal history. It was Jesus who burned the Jews for murdering them. For he will not suffer that the wicked shall destroy the righteous. Even though he is. And I told you, Oaks has blood on his hands for his neglect as the head of the church. Claiming he's the Burley man and doesn't act like it. Pulling thread. So I've told you, next Sunday, the 18th, now resumes the time period for the curse of Joseph Smith. 1 month before, 1 month after the solar and lunar eclipses, regardless of which one comes first. This is the pattern that I tested for, and only the living prophets of Jesus, the heads of the church, fit it. Every single one. Wilford Woodruff got a double portion for his abomination in the official declaration number 1, verse 11. Take that. All of them. Nobody else fits this. That's why this is all about you, Mormons. And so, I told you that if Oaks were to die during the quadrantid meteor showers and then became the festival that I have exclusively designated for you. Now it's over. Nobody knew and didn't watch and didn't care. But it's going down in the gold plates in Zion, because nobody's going, everybody's wicked. But Oaks survived today, maybe. I'm still debating as to whether or not, if he dies anytime this week before the 18th, if that also counts, and it might. This might be the wormhole bridge for the exception to the rule. But hey, if other prophets want to die during this time, you're freely welcome to die whenever. You don't have to fit this pattern. Right, Holland? Because there's an annular solar eclipse on the 17th of February. So 1 month before, boom, the 18th, next Sunday, it begins. Anytime Oaks dies from the 18th of February to, there's an extension grace period for the law of Purim. And it's called Passover. So instead of the 3rd of April, which 2nd of April, because there's 31 days in March, for the lunar eclipse, it's the end of Passover as an extension, just like for the quadranted meteor showers extension. But if we go to the very end of Passover and we ain't leaving yet, I'm going to be very concerned and stressed as time goes on, and more stressed as every day goes on and still nothing happens yet. It gets very emotional for me. I've been waiting a long time. I've proven myself, and I've had to wait for other people to do their part? Oh my hell! Such incompetence. I even caught the news talking about Trump failing in 2025. I told you so. I told you so. And so, Purim, it's at the feet of Leo the lion, getting trampled on. And there's the Leonids. I can check, because I've got that. Meteor shower calendar for 2025 and 2026. You do know that in Zion we're going to have to create our own new holiday system. And so thus, the quadranted meteor shower week will be a perpetual holiday. No, the Lyriads are April 22nd to the 23rd. So maybe some lesser ones, but. Okay. So Sekhmet, and I told you in the video that her sun is not the sun; it's the moon. Egyptologists got it wrong. And so, yeah, she doesn't count as the 10 virgins counted, because it's too much into the feet to qualify. But as the crown on her head, that counts for Sekhmet. Lioness, lunar eclipse, and Leo on the head of the Virgo woman. They called it. So even though this talked about oaks, don't leave the home. Don't do it. You're not authorized. When I went out running this morning, I was thinking that. Do I need to stay home too? And put the blood of the lamb on my doorpost? Do you think the property management might be okay with that? Would they? But for the third. And so this is the 15th day of the month because it's Passover. She who acts with violence. And also the feast of the reassembled moon. He who acts with violence. This is a very violent day in Jewish prophecy history. And of course, Amun is the presiding deity. And so, the festivities, the majesty of Horus, the Christ of the Egyptians, is well when the red one sees his form. And I already did this video for you when I got the book. Knowing in advance. As for anybody who approaches it this day, anger will start on it. The law of Purim. It is a day of the going forth of the gods who are in the one who commits violence before me. Feast of Horus. Law of Moses. Purim. I told you don't want to mess with these guys. These were written on the temple walls. Prophecies, spirit, seer for visions and dreams. And so yes, I crashed this afternoon. Laundry was late, but done before I did this video. And in my dream, I had two locations of megadesks in a great and spacious mansion, and lots of people were using the home. And I was trying to find my black my black steamer trunk that was a hand-me-down from my parents. After I had gotten out, they put all my clothes that no longer fit because of the abuse that I was subjected to in the steamer trunk. The tie was still saved. Because they wanted me to go back to church, but still waiting for my dad to get his punishment. Mom got hers on 12/21/21, and I think the church murdered her. There's enough evidence to suggest that the church, through the Strengthening Church Members Committee, made sure that I would not be given a place to live, so that I would be again tortured unto murder. So she was talking about, even though she knew that Dad would not allow, she knew of my situation that was coming, and now she's dead. So, interesting timing. So, so this gets to be a words of Dallin Harris Oaks for that video. 11th of January 2026, and they didn't even make it as the top headline. Oh my God, the Mormon who put it up made a big massive boo-boo to not put the other one of announcing it's gonna happen down in the lower end. Nope, they put this in the lower end, and then come Monday, Oaks is gonna be pissed with that person and have him move it back up to the top. And then he's going to find out about my videos over the weekend and then be pissed with the Strengthening Church Members Committee for not telling him about them. Some heads are going to roll. But we have a different theme song in the description below. Although we can have two. We can have two. We'll just keep the Judas Priest going. He's great for everything. So President Oaks has no authority to dedicate the Burley, Idaho temple. The prophet, claiming to be the man like Moses, the Burley man, but still claiming that Jesus is the head of the church. Also shares thoughts on a variety of topics in a Saturday interview, which was edited. But I got some great classics. President Dallin H. Oaks. Notice how I'm the only one using his full name now that he's the president. Of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, dedicated the Burley, Idaho temple on Sunday, January 11th, 2025. His first temple dedication as church president and likely his last. Unsustained by the membership of the church officially. Because remember, he refused to become the president at conference. And then saw my videos, and so that Tuesday morning, I'm now the president. And then later, after doing those videos, Doug Christofferson comes out and gives a different narrative. Lying. Saying that Oaks lied. You guys can never win. You're on the losing side. We dedicate and consecrate unto thee and thy beloved Son this Burley, Idaho temple of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. It's been rejected, in case you hadn't caught on. We invoke thy power that we deny to assure that thy spirit and thy glory will always be present here and upon all thy sacred, secret combination work that will be done here. And so Mormon-splaining about temples. It's the most sacred place of worship on earth. And it's a whorehouse of filth and corruption. 45,300 square foot structure was first announced April 2021. After the test run. Groundbroken June 4th, 2022. So yeah, he says that he grew up in Twin Falls, I guess, if I remember correctly, in Idaho. And so yeah, he saw Burley, and he requested Burley to be the one to dedicate that one. You announced it on Friday when it was going to be you. And now you're trying to tell us that long before when it was announced that you asked to be the one to dedicate it because it reminds you of your childhood? I call BS. You intentionally posted on Friday. Don't give me that crap. As a child, he lived in Twin Falls, yeah, for about 5 years. Yeah. You're not going to tell him why? It's because you have tardive dyskinesia, because of mommy. It's in the DNA, so it must be. Psychologists would never lie to people to get gain and have a living. No, not those from Nazi Germany. The work of temples is centered on our Savior and Redeemer, Dallin Harris Oaks, the Burley Man. All that is learned and done relates to him. Yeah, the inverted pentagram of Lucifer. Dallin Harris Oaks. Number 18. 6 plus 6 plus 6. I see what you guys did. You're not fooling me with the 6 plus 6 plus 6 Relief Society president. I know exactly what you're up to. You ain't fooling me, even though you fooled the rest of the world. Except for Tom Jones from 8th grade. God, that pisses me off. No, we don't worship Lucifer. You're lying. There's no inverted pentagrams on the keystone of the doors of the Salt Lake Temple. So yes, every prophecy fulfilled. So when I was sealed in room number 13 and had my wedding supper feast at the Lion House next to the Beehive House, the Relief Society president and her bestie from back when, who took the photographs, got the full door in our frame. And the Relief Society president especially came to us and said, I made sure to get the full door in. Other people don't get the full door in. I made sure to get the full door in. Thank you. Crap. And then I would go on to find the receipt of all you all that paid the Judas price to have me murdered. Your fate is sealed, and there is no escaping it. As we experience my deadly onslaught on mortality and the integrity of families, and as we read the prophecies and feel the signs of the times, we cannot doubt that the future holds great sacrifices for Mormons. The blood of the saints, oh my hell. individually and for that divinely prescribed work, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. He's saying that the work prescribed divinely of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is to sacrifice and cause challenges for Mormons. He's confessing. As we experience Satan's deadly onslaught on mortality and the integrity of families, and as we read the prophecies and feel the signs of the times, we cannot doubt that the future holds great sacrifices and challenges for Latter-day Saints individually and for the divinely prescribed work of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, he said. This is in quotes. It's in the temple dedication. The scriptures speak of perilous times when men's hearts will fail them. They also speak of worthy disciples escaping these things, of their standing in holy places. You mean Zion? When you're telling Mormons to stay scattered around the world and not being moved. See, he has no clue about the learning of the Jews to interpret scriptures correctly. This is his white supremacist Christian nationalist Mormonism creeping through. To twist the definitions, to alter the interpretations, to not even care to know the actual translations. To just replace it all with Christianity and Jesus. And here he says, Satan is doing it. When I've run the test for you, he's Lucifer. Isaiah calls that Lucifer in the future a human. Here he is. Just like Emmanuel is a human. And Joseph Smith and the Book of Mormon both say he's me. Here I am. The battle between Emmanuel and Lucifer is now. And you, Mormons, are getting slaughtered by Lucifer. And that's what he said. And he calls himself Shirley, because that's Lucifer's name. That was an old seminary joke. Lucifer is a broad named Shirley. Satan is a broad in the land. Lucifer then says, Shirley, or Moses calls Lucifer Shirley. It's like Mormon girls, the chicks at Rick's. Now gone. Covered over ruins by BYUI. They were searching their Songs of Solomon for the pomegranates, the walls. I miss those days. Women were so sweet and innocent in those days. What happened to women? What happened? Idaho chick, what's going on? Tell me. I need to know. I don't ask guys about women. Why would I ask guys about women? That would be stupid. It's like a girl asking girls about guys. That would be stupid. So, you are now the president of the church. That's a position only 17 other people have held. No, only one. How does that feel different? What strengthened you into the... Yeah, they cut the... We got the edited version. Because there was no interviewer asking these questions. It was just him responding. And they only selected certain ones. Yeah, because he doesn't talk about this in the video clip. You recently announced that young women can serve missions at age 18 instead of 19. How do you think that will bless the lives, lead-in question, of young women across the church? Well, we're terminating the missionary service of women at Temple Square. What? Wait, you lowered the age, but now you're canceling a mission? At the Visitors Center headquarters of all places? I think it will increase their time for planning their lives. No, it's because you know that women are rebelling, refusing to get married. They, like your wife, went on a mission and waited to be married to you so that she can see the world. And her facial expression was priceless. Busted! Women are giving up on marriage to go see the world. Busted! All y'all! And so, yeah, he throws her under the bus and said that she would like to go to an exotic location around the world for a temple dedication. But this was my hometown as a child. And so she pouts. I have to sacrifice my pleasures for him. Oh my God. But this is the big contention in marriages. The guy wants to do stuff, and the woman wants to do stuff. And so they part normally. The guy does his stuff, and the woman does her stuff, and then ruins marriages. You need to say, I am giving up my life to this point. I am now joining in a marriage with another person, and we are going to create our life together. That is a big difference, and nobody knows how to do this correctly, apparently. Because so many divorces, so many domestic violence, so many heartache and financial struggles and pains and sufferings. My Zion in the 4-hour video will fix this. Because both of you get to do whatever you want to do. And you still can live with each other. And so only if you are wanting to be into some career field that takes you away from your family because your husband has different ideas, then you should have considered that and been honest with him in the beginning of the marriage. I'm wanting to do this for Zion, dear. Oh, well, I'm wanting to do this. Well, that's not in harmony with mine, so I guess we'll part and find somebody else to have sex with before we get married. But for the most part, those are rare, especially at the beginning. Because there's an extermination of mankind coming. We need to get all y'all on the ark. You didn't watch that video either, did you? And so until the extermination is over and done with, then we will expand out from Zion. I'm expecting to be dead by then, but I expect everybody to follow the pattern to not destroy Zion. One law, that's it. Perfect. Don't ruin it. And so as we expand, it will require all of the different sciences to be employed. And so those who want to do oceanography or volcanology or other stuff, yeah. And since typically in our society, you end up in a relationship with somebody you work with, that might be the better way to choose. Just saying. Because if you marry somebody and then you part from them, separation does not make the heart grow fonder. It separates you. Hello? You don't know what you've lost till it's gone? Try it. God, all the stupid cliches out there in the world. There is no such thing as a soulmate. Not just because I've had 2 failures and thousands of failed dates. The 2 of you must work together to make it work. And it's not work. It's supposed to be happy. You're having sex. Why are you complaining? Because you ain't getting any. But here's an evil thing that he's talking about behind this, and he exposes it. He's hoping that these women who are wicked, going on missions, will get their lives in order to simply increase their options. I also hope that it will reduce the age of marriage, because he's done the video or done the devotionals complaining of Mormons getting married later and getting married less. When I was in 4th grade, the teacher asked the class, "At what age do couples get married? I raised my hand, the teacher chose me, and I said 24, because that was how old my mom was, because she went on a mission at 21. Wrong! And the correct answer was 18. Right after high school. Or at the end of high school, because you got knocked up. And so here he's sending out girls at 18 when they are supposed to be getting married. That's why it was 21. You're the losers who can't get married. Nobody loves you. Everybody hates you. You're ugly. Put on makeup. And so women rebelled and purposely delayed marriage to go on a mission, rejecting all the billions of guys begging and pleading and bribing them to marry them. No, I'm going to serve Jesus in an exotic location around the world. And then they come back and they can't get married. Because all of the missionaries who went at 19 and came back at 21, when they left, ended up marrying the 18-year-olds. And my brother should have told you this, Oaks. I guess he didn't, because he failed. I could have told you. I didn't go into sociology and get a fake PhD because I pulled the religion card. I still could have told you better than my brother. And yet, he still doesn't have a clue. This is still going to result in problems. But he's trying to get it so that the missionaries, the men who come back at 21 or 20, are now going to be back with the sister missionaries now who come back. Because if the sister missionaries are going out at 19, they're coming back at 20 and a half. But the missionaries at 18 are coming back at 20, and they ain't waiting for the halves. Because there's a cute honey bunny right in front of them at the singles ward. But because of so much choice, everybody is refusing to make a choice. And then they get excuses to not choose. What if I get divorced? What if we have nothing in common? What if I deny him sex? Because his little factory can be turned off at any time I choose. All of this is gone in Zion. No more excuses. No financial burdens to bear. No excuses. Do you like him? Do you like her? Do you want to breed with each other? You're done. That's it. It's that simple. So live your lives and get along and love each other. Quit arguing. There's no excuses for arguing anymore. None of Satan Oakes's plans are going to keep you from doing what you want to do with your life. If you want to be an 8-cow woman, great. If you just want 1.5, okay. but a half? The whole baby is kind of important. They're so cute. And the children will be raised without sin. They will be protected from the evils of the world. They won't know what evil is unless they go to the archives to watch the historical documents of Galaxy Quest. Let's get out of here before one of them kills Guy. Rock, rock, rock. But in Zion, they'll be taught. Why is Mein Kampf evil? Why was Hitler wrong to do what he did? Don't just give out stuff, give your kids a cell phone and let them go wild on the internet. Teach them, raise them, tell them the truth. Don't tell them about the Easter Bunny or Santa who's spying on them in the shower. Some creepy old man that's kissing mommy. Or Jesus. Don't lie to your kids. You can let them watch the entertainment stuff, but teach them. Because you get these script writers who are adults who believe certain crap. And their whole show is based on the crap. And yeah, it may be entertaining. I saw the episode today before I crashed, where Captain Dallin Hunt gets the girl yet again as she uses her feminine wiles, her feminine influence, or womanly influence. Gotta quote you right. And then she betrayed him. What a shocker. In the time that we have lowered the age for young men and for young women in the past, we've seen an increase in people who meet someone in the mission field and marry them. Yeah. Yeah. Guys go to a foreign country, they marry them, and she's from Venezuela, and then he goes back to get her, and then the government frames him for storing weapons in his closet. And then Orrin Hatch has to step in to intercede, plead with Trump to rescue him. And so Trump goes down and frees him. Josh Holt, isn't it? Yep, they were brought up in the news recently. I wonder why. But she's an illegal. Josh, keep her at home. ICE is coming to shoot her in the face. And then the fourth companion in Crooklyn, Flatbush, Crooklyn. Spray paint, there's at Crooklyn, right there on the wall. And so, yeah, Wesley Snipes is in a movie concerning Brooklyn. It may even be called Brooklyn. but Crooklyn. They refer to it as Crooklyn because, yeah, that's everybody calls it that. And yeah, he was the district leader, and the first sister missionaries placed in Coney Island. They're in Brooklyn. They were kept in the outskirts, in the suburbs of Connecticut, and Upper Poughkeepsie, New Canaan, and that's Connecticut. Yeah, outside of the city. This was the first time sister missionaries were placed in the boroughs, the city boroughs. And so, Cofford contacted my companion and said, I need you to make sure that they're safe. And we're boys, of course we're going to keep the sisters safe. It's what we do. We watch you. We pay attention. We make sure that you don't leave our sight. And when the president of the mission says so, and so, yep, night after night after night after night after night, he called the sister. And yep, it became such that the other companion, it's the district leader, here you go. We all knew they were hooking up on their missions. And my daddy told me before going to Rick's before my mission, there is no woman to marry before you go on a mission or to come home. Yeah, I already know that. What the hell? Punishment in advance. Precog punishment. And nonetheless, everybody else gets to do it. And so, yeah, sure enough, they went home together on the same plane. And yeah, they got married. And they're probably divorced. And he is fat and lazy, and she is oops-a-daisy. Be our guest, be our guest, be our guest. And so, no, I hope they're doing well. Stratford, I don't know if he kept Stacy here, or no, that's not. Stacy was the sister. Are you kidding me? I'm forgetting her name. Oh, she's gonna kick my ass. I hope they're still doing well, whether they're living here in Utah or not. I have not seen a Stratford comment on any of my videos. Nonetheless, she thought it was hilarious when she came to Salt Lake to visit one time and somebody tried to mug her. She just laughed in his face. It's 5 o'clock! Holy crap! 2 hours! Guys! We're almost done. Oh, dear God. But yeah, I mean, the church just sexually abuses all y'all. And you let them do it. Dear God. So none of that should happen. Which is perfectly appropriate if it doesn't start too early in their mission service. And so here I'm talking about Oatley dating Sister Richter. And my district leader companion, who I've forgotten the name. I think it starts with a B, but Barton is the mission president before Cofford, and that screws me up in my associative memory to forget his name. and the sister missionary, and I don't even remember her name, and the others. Sister Richter going on to marry the assistant to the president, because they went home together on the same plane. I didn't go home with any sisters. But my sister was there at the Salt Lake airport causing a stall. She shut down the planes because of the screw up of Murdoch Travel. For my connecting flight to California. So she even had to run clear across. I was never going to make it. The plane was going to take off before I would barely get off the plane in Salt Lake City. It was a setup. But my sister going to BYU, too young for a... Was she at BYU then? Seriously? Because I'm 20, she would have been 18. That's too short of time, because she shouldn't have been 18, because my brother would have been. And so what was she doing in Salt Lake City? She wouldn't be there for at least another year. Anyway, and so yeah, she held up the plane to make sure I got on because of the screw up. Because I got off and I'm like, yeah, okay, all of these other missionaries, elders, who everybody loves them and getting a welcome. The whole place is packed and I'm having to try to get through to get breath. And then I'm lost. I have no idea where I'm supposed to go to get my connecting flight. No clue whatsoever. I'm just given the tickets by the mission when I leave. And this is my first time all alone on a plane. Plane alone. And so I'm getting off and I'm lost, and my sister immediately finds me and says, "The plane is ready to go. I stopped it. Come on, let's go." And so we have to run because I wouldn't have gotten on in time. Bastards. Just incompetent bastards. So anyway, no. I think it's part of the Lord's plan to overcome the tendency of waiting until the late 20s to have a first marriage. A second or third, fine. I think we will see a reduction in the age of marriages for Latter-day Saints. You're slaughtering them. You've not paid attention to Trump lately? He's slaughtering everybody. The world is descending into World War III. Call them home. You don't have the keys, do you? That's why you're not calling them home. So hand it over to me, and maybe you'll be spared the curse. Maybe. You ain't coming to Zion, though. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. And they're talking to Sister Oaks. You recently announced a temple for Portland, Maine. Why did you announce that temple? Well, Travis was putting out videos about how we were planning, and you didn't, oh my God, you didn't include the A in the link. It was all a scam. They hadn't searched for land. They hadn't had any plans. Oaks just called them up and say, "Hey, let's announce a temple. We'll gather the people together at your Christmas celebration, and we'll tell them, and we'll get a camera crew there to record it so that we can post it in church news and give Travis the bleeping fingers. The bird, man, the bird. Slam. In Massapequa Park, in my first area, with the first companion I sent home. Both the first companion and the one I sent home. All three of them, the first three, I sent them all home. First 3 months, and I'm sending home missionaries. So that was my training. How to send people home. As they're trunky as hell. In the pleasure dome of all places. But yeah, he decides, oh, you're new. You need to learn how to do your mission. All right, we'll go do a member referral. And so we go walking. And a metalhead, that's the best way to describe him for you, the long hippie hair of the 80s, with a metal shirt, and he probably had a bike. I can see in my mind, but the details are, it's been decades. And so he sees us coming, stops what he's doing outside, goes walking up to the house, and gets to the door, and then looks at us and says, "The bird, man, the bird!" And then shuts the door. "Welcome to your mission, now go home." "Welcome to Utah, now go home." Hilarious. Covenants are signposts that subject you to bondage. Covenants are signposts that keep us on the covenant path? Oaks, you mentally retarded tart of dyskinesia. What the hell? You're sitting next to Oaks. Tell us a blessing she has been in your life. Uh-oh. Warning. Warning. Be careful, Oaks. This is a trick question. Your marriage depends on getting this one right. The last 3 months, bye to close friends, that was briefly covered. What is your message to people who are worried about the state of the world? I have no idea. I've not been given revelation on how to deal with the problems of the church. No, he says, be happy, don't be depressed, trust in the Lord, thus polygamy for child brides. So the psychology part first, and then the child bride polygamy to finish it off with. And so, yeah, growing up in my teenage years, we were in the years of World War I, to later on, there have been other challenges. I've just determined that the Lord gave us the gospel, the gift of the Holy Ghost, the scriptures, and the teachings of leaders to get us through these difficult times. You guessed? You made the determination, huh? And it's the same thing that he's doing now as the leader. He's making Mormons guess as to what's going on. And that is resulting in some very deviant behavior. Oh, let's chop up our kids as zombies and bury them in the backyard of Rexburg. Oh, I'm the one mighty and strong Emmanuel. there's a child of 14 years of age, I'm going to make her part of my harem. Oh, Jody, hi, you're a psychologist, huh? Help me raise my kids. Ooh, let's teach them about repentance on live YouTube videos. Okay. Yeah. That's why he's keeping everything a secret from us. That's why he's not warning Mormons of the dangers. He's leaving it up to me to do it. And you're not listening to me. You're saying the church is true because he's keeping secrets from you. And that's why, right there, he had to figure it out on his own, so you have to figure it out on your own. He set us up to fail. If you're not giving direct direction, not vague and general crap, you've got to be very specific, as I have been for Mormons. Mormons need to know precisely what's going on. And when Monson told the members of the church, no, the tetrad that took out Perry, Packer, and Scott is not the Latter-day Signs in the heavens. Yes, it was, you liar. And you then died under the curse of Joseph Smith with scripture prophecy to boot, to put you in your place, to say, no, you've led these Mormons astray. This is the parable of the 10 virgins, and you led them astray. And so you die for Revelation chapter 12, verse 4. And they still aren't telling you the truth. And you're still not listening to me. So, what is your message to youth? Submit to child bride polygamy, girls. Yeah, the same challenges. How did I know? The Lord has provided us a way to get through all of this. And he doesn't tell us. He just says the Lord has provided us a way and won't tell you what it is. You have to figure it out on your own. You have to pull yourselves up by your own bootstraps and save yourself. Because he, as the head of this church, the great shepherd Burley, is failing to guide you in these latter days. He's having you guide yourself. He's telling you, you have to study the scriptures. It's your responsibility. And then they go and tell you, no, you can't study the scriptures. You got to get the right feeling of your prayers. He's setting you up to fail. And telling you that the Lord has provided you a way, and then you fail, and he goes, well, you're an apostate, anti-Mormon, antichrist, apostate, whore of a trans, furry, Antifa, communist, terrorist, Venezuelan, Colombian, drug-pushing, child sex trafficking that we all fund anyway. And then Trump goes and bombs them. Dear God, what a mentally retarded, literally person. Hand over this church now. Stop murdering the saints. The curse is already affixed. You went and touched the temple. Hand it over. Time's up. Things are already getting set in motion now. You purposely delayed becoming president because of me, and then you went and became president because of me. Irene, you better be getting ready. I put it in the 4-hour video. Did you watch it? Or did they skip it in the reports? All of those pictures should have had snapshots of them so that would be in their report with a little slide presentation. You need to have a separate meeting every single day over my videos. And if you aren't doing that, you guys just are the dumbest evil people in the universe. And don't even claim you're good. Don't even dare claim you're good. Well, it's because we're good, Travis. Don't even. You ain't nowhere near good. You're Lucifer, Oaks. I got you pegged. Not the video. YouTube. Oops, did I reveal it? You forgot, right? Oh my God. But they shouldn't be pessimistic. We should be optimistic. Pulling ourselves up by our own bootstraps for the latter days. Oh my hell. Every Mormon for themselves. That's his doctrine for you. Every Mormon in the latter days for themselves. Dear God. What an incompetent leader. What a complete and utter failure. I thought Lucifer had some intelligence. You ain't even giving me anything to even try to claim that you might be intelligent. The Lucifers on the entertainment shows are smarter than you. Dear God. But growing up, people were telling me the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he doesn't exist. And I learned from reading my scriptures of Mormonism, no, the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing everybody that he's Jesus. It's right there in 1 Moses. Worship me, I am the only begotten. You put in a quote that doesn't make sense. He didn't say that. Ignore me at your own peril. I have proven myself. Quit arguing with me. And so he says, study the gospel. Yeah, my version of study was from the 80s in seminary, the trial run, and they canceled that. What he means by study is not to study, it's to get feelings. He says so in this interview. You bastard. You're setting Mormons up for failure. And Mormons believe you and think the church is true because of this crap. We're thrilled that the youth are going to get sealed in the temple as 11-year-old girls in great numbers to harems with increased efficiency. So enjoy the pictures at the beginning of the video because you're not listening. But it's going to be kept as short as possible at the beginning, obviously, because it's almost 5:30.